Endurance Technology, actually, we were just having the discussion on how some of these EV players are doing quite well. It was a strong Q1 for them, led by traction in the electric vehicle order book. Do note that EV orders are now 42% of their order book in FY23 versus just 12% in FY22. So to discuss the business opportunity and the demand, we have Ramesh Gehaney, the Executive Director and COO at Endurance Technologies. Of course, he talks about his own business, but he also has a very strong, keen eye on the industry on the whole. So he'll give us a lot of perspective as well. Mr. Gehaney, always great speaking with you. And, we enjoy these conversations because you get to learn a lot about what's happening on the ground. But first, tell me a little bit about Europe, because 25% of your business comes from there. And in Q1, you saw very good growth, more than 20% in your revenues. Which are the pockets that are looking good there? And do you think the worst is over in terms of a slowdown?
Yeah, good morning, Sonia. Thank you for the kind words, first of all. As far as Europe is concerned, see, it's still a mixed bag of many things. I think EV business is picking up quite a bit. Basic hybrid vehicles and other things are picking up traction. The only thing is that the dynamics over there are still, a bit uncertain, because the vehicles which have been sold are those which have been booked earlier. So it's not the growth that which you see right now is true to current situations. Previous orders which have been booked are now being delivered. So the stock levels are still there, and the market conditions over there may have improved because the energy costs and all have substantially come down, which has a positive impact on your margins and business cycles. That's fine. But the situation out there is still challenging. I wouldn't say that it's eased out. I wouldn't say that the worst is already over. I wouldn't say that.
Okay, so situation in Europe is still challenging. You're saying that there were a lot of previous orders that were booked and that are now being delivered. But on the fresh ordering front, you're not seeing too much. But let's talk about the pocket that's doing well for you, EVs, right? I mean, if you just go by the numbers, you did 90 crores of EV orders in FY22. That has risen to 380 crores in FY23. Where do you think you can end FY24 with on the EV front?
See, I would like to give that number because that will be purely dependent on the consumption patterns. But yes, we are doing pretty well on EV sector. We have booked orders of 85 million euros and 112 million euros in the previous year. That's close to somewhere around 80% or 70% of our annual sales in Europe. So I think we are doing pretty well as far as picking up new orders are concerned. We are building up trust with our customers, and new orders are flowing in. And I think we will be encashing upon these opportunities and the position of strength.
Okay, all right. Hi, sir. Good morning. If you could tell us, as a percentage of your total revenues, how much will EVs contribute? How does it scale up from here on? Because that's clearly going to be growing at a faster clip. And also, what's the margin difference between your core business and the EV business?
See, first of all, let us understand the products that we are supplying to EV business are those similar to what we do for the ICE. Braking, braking, suspension, and castings. So the product doesn't change much. It's only the configuration of the products which change, because they've got to be suitable and compatible to the EV vehicles. The sizes would be different. So I won't put a number that the margins would be better, but yes, they're a bit slightly better than what we get in ICE, primarily because the vehicle configuration is different. A better value add is there in-house.
Okay.
In your presentation, you said you added Honda Motors as a new EV customer in August of this year. What is the quantum of the order that you got from HMSI, and also any more new OEMs that you have added to the list in the EV space?
Yeah, see, we are, as I said earlier in my previous conversations, I told you that we were a bit late on EV sector, but we now have picked up momentum. We have booked up orders close to 600 crores, and they're into full action. Honda, yes, very recently we picked up one of their prime models for EV. We picked up that order. We've got Ather brakes business, and we've got Okinawa. And in fact, we are going all out with all these majors where we can fetch more orders. We are already into Chetak, and so we are probably everywhere right now. But our intensity of penetration will not reduce till the time we find that yes, we are well positioned in the EV space.
And okay, so you said 600 crores of orders is what you picked up. That is for which period? Because your EV order book in FY23 was 380 crores. So this is over and above that?
No, it's total 600 crores that we have picked up.
Okay, total 600 crores is your EV orders. Executable by when? And what would the contribution be to the revenue stream in FY24?
The revenue stream, I can't put that number right now because the revenue stream of ICE contributions is also increasing. So this ratio will keep on changing. But I can say that EV space, 600 crores is expected to show full numbers, peak value by FY24.
All right, Mr. Gehaney, you've outgrown the industry as well, particularly on your standalone business. Big, good delivery is what you've given us. Tell us for the year on a consolidated basis. Since Europe, you're executing the pending orders, there has been margin improvement there as well. What's the ballpark growth number you're looking at for this year? And also, what's the margin outlook? First quarter as well, there was good margin improvement. It came in at around, around 16% approximately. Your view from year on, how do you see margins trending as well as growth?
See, growth, I'll tell you, there are many growth factors that we have lined up for ourselves. These are efforts of the past, of course. Last 5 years or 4 years, we've picked up orders somewhere around 3,200 crores, out of which 2,400 or something would be just new business wins. So, and around 800 crores is replacement business. So that's a good number to carry forward and to see the peak value coming up by somewhere around end of FY24. End of FY25, all the peak values that will come in. Now, these are numbers that we are not chasing. They're based on the past efforts that we have had in new business wins. And the kind of business model that we have changed for ourselves is definitely, proving better because we've tried to give complete solutions to our customers by adding forward and backward integrations both to our product verticals. We've enhanced our product, configuration, which is more suitable to the current environment of providing a complete solution to the customers.
Right.
Sure. Okay, just one follow-up there. In the EV space, you said that your order book is 600 crores in total. Does that include the orders that you've got from Maxwell Energy Systems, the acquisition that you made in July of last year? And what's the update over there? I mean, what's the current order book for Maxwell?
See, Maxwell total order book is around 320 odd crores.
Okay.
Is around 320 odd crores, and that will be done by FY26. The peak value of that will come by FY26.
Okay, so 320 crores is the total order book at Maxwell, executed by FY26, you said. This is over and above the 600 crores that's at Endurance front, right?
Yes, this is over and above the 600 crores at Endurance front.
So the total orders with Endurance and Maxwell put together is about 920 crores?
Yeah, adding up both, it would be summing up to that much.
Okay, and my colleague Nigel was also asking you about the margins improvement in the European business, and that's quite a bit, right? Because of the falling gas prices. It's improved to 16.1% in this quarter. Is there scope to improve it further in Europe?
Yeah, I won't be surprised because, the kind of order books that we have on EV business over there and otherwise our configuration of, business model has been changing. The positive part is that, energy has now become an indexing element of the OEM pricing. So anything which changes plus or minus a particular datum, that will be indexed upwards or bottom. So that variable which was playing a big role on our margins is now settled with the customers, and we can only here on improve on the margins. And because this kind of dynamics is not going to play again, as it is going to be indexed by the customers.
So Europe will have improvement in margins, and in the first quarter, you have grown by close to around 16% for a consolidated entity. So could we be targeting mid-teen growth for the year with mid-teen margins?
See, I don't put numbers like this because it depends on how the OEMs perform. We must appreciate one thing, that our performance is also dependent on how the OEMs perform. Right now, you must have seen, July has been a bit too down. The numbers are pretty down, around 11% of loss on two-wheeler business. But that doesn't mean that I stick on to 1 month and, recalibrating my numbers. I've got to look into the overall year, that how it's going to be spanning out. So the peak period is yet to come. We're likely to look at good numbers because the vehicles, the new model introductions by the OEMs is gaining pretty much well in as far as the target audience is concerned. So I think those numbers will increase. I wouldn't say that which vehicle will do better or which one will not, but higher CC vehicles where premiumization is more for us, right? That is moving upwards, which is a very positive sign for India.
You're also adding capacity for electric vehicle scooter castings. Just wanted to understand how much capacity are you adding and how much are you planning to spend on capex over the next 1 to 2 years? Will it largely be from internal accruals or would you take on any debt?
No, we are not going to plan any internal any debt because we are cash positive, and internal accruals is something that we have always been dependent on to do fresh capex. Our capex has generally been close to 350 crores every year. That's domestic I'm talking about. But these expansions which we are talking about are something different. Alloy wheel expansion, brakes expansion is a big up move that we have seen for ourselves. The OEMs have put in full confidence into our products, and we are increasing our capacity at Pune plant and Aurangabad plant for brakes and Pune for alloy wheels. The capacities that we are moving up from is 190,000 alloy wheel sets to 210,000 alloy wheel sets. As far as brakes is concerned, I've already said this previously, that we are close to 6.1 million brake assemblies and 8.2 million of steel disc supplies capacities.
All right, so we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Great speaking with you and good luck going forward. Appreciate the conversation here this morning.